Hey folks, so today, as promised, I'm going to run my best of one Grixis control deck through maybe just one historic event, but if I do poorly and finish early, then I guess we'll run through a few more than one. So this is the deck. I did the deck tech on my YouTube channel, so that's all there if you want a more in-depth look at it. But yeah, your basic sort of removal and hand disruption suite. Um, a few small, one small sweeper, and then extinction event. Win cons are Liliana and Nicol Bolas. You can also apply a bit of pressure with Kefnet and Brazen Borrowers. And then the Fave Wishes are in there so that we have access to this wish board, which just has a few answers to a lot of different things. Still testing a lot of it, but yeah, this is more of that, I guess. Got to choose between one of these that I want to keep. I think it's going to be Cling to Dust because I think all the decks I want to gain life against will have creatures in the bin anyway, but Sovereign's Bite allows me to do that without having to have a creature in the bin. Yeah, so without further ado, here we go. What will our first matchup be? Who's on mine? Blake. My life total is a resource. Certainly is in this deck. I love playing control. This is less of a sort of traditional control list in that we don't run counterspells and don't have a whole bunch of draw power and do the whole draw go thing, but ooh, alright. This is probably not a keep. We can kind of wish for anything with these, but the removal's kind of weak and I don't really want a Liliana in my opening hand. So we're going to mull this one. Alright, this is a little better. We can find an island with this. We have removal and a sweeper and a murderous rider. Vraska's Contempt if they can get out of Planeswalker quickly. I actually think I put the Vraska's Contempt back so that we can keep the murderous rider as removal instead, and it's also a creature that can gain us a bit of life and hold the ground if we need it. Alright. Opponent going first, what are they on? Forest, Arboreal, Grazer. Alright. This might be... oh, that's good. So we'll play that tapped. Don't really do much in our first turn on this. So yeah, this might be... It's definitely banned. I'm assuming there's going to be Uro in there somewhere. I hope it's not Field of the Dead, because that deck's a pain. But... let's see what's going on over there. Pay 2 life for this. Let's see what's going on. Alright, we got... well, we don't want them to have that. We don't care about this, and this isn't a huge problem for us either, because Tyrant Scorn kills it no matter what. Alright, bye-bye Nissa. Do we want this now? Probably going to get to 4 mana. There's not a whole lot of targets for it, and we probably want more hand disruption against them, so I'm going to put that in the bin for now. Alright, so opponent's on 5 maybe this turn? Or maybe stuck on 4? Assume that Grixis will come out if they're on 4. Yeah, no worries. Draw 1 card, let's hope it's not a land. It is, bummer. That's alright. So we can Cry of the Carnarium this Grixis, but I don't think I want to do that because if they are playing Field of the Dead... Aw, thanks Dill, miss you too. Yeah, if they are playing Field of the Dead, Cry of the Carnarium gets rid of all their zombies, and that's a big help. So I'm going to play this tapped, and leave up Tyrant Scorn so that we can get rid of that Grixis if it starts getting a bit aggressive. Migration Path, shocker. Oh, so opponent has approximately 1 billion mana, and going to combat. Yep. Alright, let's kill that. Bam. Brazen Borrower. Not great against this deck, but we will run out. I think a Fabled Passage here because I'd like to thin and get a few more answery type things, and with this mountain we can cast Bolus off that mana anyway. Really glad that this doesn't have any power, or it would be a pain in the bum. Alright, opponent doing nothing. We'll pop this now. We've got 3 black sources, so we don't need another one of those. I do want a second blue source so I can cast my Brazen Borrower though, so let's find an island. And go to my turn. Enter the God Eternals. That's actually not bad here, because I have a target for it, so let's kill this, and yeah, mill them and hope they don't hit an Uro. They did not. Awesome. Now we have a bit of pressure on the board, and a little bit of a pad out on our life total, so that's nice. Opponent doesn't seem like they're drawing a whole lot. Thinking about shattering here? Nope. Grixis instead. 3 cards. 6/6. Oh my god. Oh, that's nice. Alright, so we've got Ventress. That makes all of our turns much better. We can't get through that, but I think I'd rather keep the Rider up in case they play a Planeswalker. So we'll just not attack this turn. And with Ventress, it doesn't matter if we don't do anything to them on this turn because we can just scry 2. But if they do come in with that, yep, that's gonna die, hopefully. There goes our life padding, but we don't have a giant Jellyfish Hydra Beast coming at us. Yeah, now you can shatter. This draws me a card, right? Yeah, cool. Oh, another Grixis. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Resolves. This one's even bigger. Hopefully some removal. Really don't want to bounce it back to their hand, but we might have to. Failing that, I can just scry 2. Might actually be better to just scry 2 and take the 8. Let's see. In for 8. Are we going to take it? Yeah, I think letting them draw another 4 cards is probably worse. So I will Ventress at the end of my turn and see if we can set up something to kill that Grixis, and maybe even a Bolus so that we can start winning the game. Alright, waiting on opponent to decide something. There we go. Yep. 8 to the face. Ouch. Shatter the Sky? Come on. Do it. You don't need that. Oh man. Never looked at like the top of this thing. It's got like a huge brain above it. Ah, another migration path. Yep, fair enough. I suppose mana's sort of inconsequential at this point. Oh, they do have a lot of X spells though. There he is. I thought he'd be here. Righto, do your thing. 1 card, 3 life. Tapped, no worries. Ruro goes away. Planar Worlds, yep. Starting to think this might be an Ulamog deck. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can play Liliana and then go each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Tyrant Scorn also answers a lot of their stuff, so I'll leave that there because we're going to draw one off our this guy. Get Liliana out there. No answers. Cool. Doesn't look like my opponent's playing counter spells. Kill all these things and draw my Tyrant Scorn. Alright. Hopefully they don't have an answer to Liliana here because she can really start generating some advantage. And also, who doesn't like drawing cards when their creatures die? Suspect he's going to cast Uro here. Ah, it was an Ulamog deck. Oh, big trouble. 2 lands. Yeah. Maybe should have kept Liliana for another turn. This exile? No, destroy. Okay. What to do? Let's go like this.
Rise and shine.
We can bounce the Ulamog and let them cast it again next turn. That also seems pretty bad. We might start hitting our Liliana then. I think we may have lost this one. I'm gonna go to combat. No. So I need to draw like Vraska's Contempt saves us here. Not that we're in a great position after that, but if I attack with Ulamog, I take 10, mill 20, and then I draw Agonizing Demise. I can bounce the Ulamog back and then exile it from their hand. So I think that's the plan. Also, I can chuck this guy in front of the Ulamog. Yeah. Alright. Oh, saw at least one bolus in there. Okay. Go to blocks. These both attacking me. Yep, cool. That can go there. Take 1. I draw a card. It's not a discard spell. Sad days. Does let us play bolus. No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's a lot of mana.
Which cannot protect itself.
How many cards left in deck? 21. 3 1/1 counters and up to 1 non-creature land. Yeah, that's fine.
The elements.
What? Why is opponent looking at? Oh, casting. Right. Did they plus this? Oh, up to 1. Okay. Cool. Let's grow. Resolves. And Garen Brig, that's fine. Alright. We need to draw a discard spell now. That's not it. Can cast Bolus and then plus him, but then we have no mana. Yeah, that one's game. Yeah. Not an awful lot you can do against the Resolved Ulamog. I like playing against the decks that cheat him out because you can bounce it back to the hand and then they can't cast it. But yeah, in that case, not a whole lot we could do. Needed another discard spell or 2. Alright. Oh yeah, both of my like quests at the moment cast like spells that are in this deck, so happy days. Hey man, hey Tim, how are ya? Well, we can wish, and we can mess with their hand, and we do go first. There's also a pretty good curve here. We just need to draw 1 more land. I think this is a keep. Hopefully the opponent's on nothing too aggressive. If they are on something aggressive, I'll probably run this out just for its normal mana cost, so that we can block. The opponent's name is Duck. Wonder if they're actually a duck. Opponent choosing whether or not to mulligan. Cool. Play this one tapped. Don't be a mountain. It's a mountain. But they didn't play anything else, so that's alright. Pay 2 life. What do we got? Is it Gruul or is it mono red? Oh, it's dinosaurs. Alright, this is a pretty good matchup for us. I think we take the Marauding Raptor. We have to kill this without dealing damage to it. Yeah, Murderous Rider will do that. Alright, so let's take the Marauding Raptor so they can't cast their things quicker. I do want this, but I sort of need land, so let's nix that one for now. Raging Raptors feels... Yeah, dude, the The dinosaur deck seems really fun. Oh, of course. Seems really fun, but unfortunately, it is very slow, which is exactly what we like to play against. So I'm going to Legion's End this because it's a sorcery speed removal, and they're going to play Ranging Raptors next turn, and we can just kill it with Murderous Rider. Or wait and see what else they play. Ranging Raptors. Yep. Oh, beautiful. So we have either of these up, so I'm just going to end the turn. See what else they're going to run out. Nothing, apparently. Alright, cool. We'll use Murderous Rider to kill that. This deck sometimes plays Planeswalkers. I've seen Huatli and I think Samut in it as well, but not super scared of either of those. So I'm not going to play the Murderous Rider this turn because I want to be able to answer Forerunner of the Empire. Yeah, I'm probably not going to answer that at all, actually. Whenever a dinosaur enters the battlefield... Oh, wait, yes I am. Because if they play Polyraptor... This thing doesn't do anything when it takes damage. This thing doesn't. This thing does, but they can't cast it. Do I get to see what they find? Marauding Raptor. Okay. Maybe I'll just play Eldest Reborn this turn then. Yeah, I think I'll play Eldest Reborn. So we'll go to my turn. Yeah, the lands keep on coming. That's a red source now too, so we're ready to cast the big boy when we draw him. I like that this deck's like really themed on Bolus too. You have like this thing, Bolus, and whoop, there he is. Alright, each opponent discards a card. Usually I don't like playing Bolus to kill something because... Alright, well... Yeah, that ain't bad. Not really sure why opponent scooped there, but... Oh, it's good for us. Like, I felt like they... Not knowing what was in my hand... Yeah. They felt the big, like, darkness halo he's got going on. Man, it's such a cool looking card. It was one of the, like, one of the stained glass cards I didn't get the skin for, and it came up in, like, the daily deals, and I was like, look, I don't usually spend resources on cosmetics, but I need that. That and the Gaia's Cradle Sleeves. They came up on the daily deals the day I started playing again, and I was like, oh, it's a sign. Alright, if opponents on creatures, this hand's really good. And even if they're not, we can mess with their hand a little bit, but it means this is awful. That said, if they're on Ulamo again, this is great. Opponent goes first, so we get an extra card as well. Yeah, okay. Looks like we are going to have to take a bit of pain off one of our lands. Possibly, no, not two of our lands. Ah, opponent keeping us guessing. Evolving Wilds. What? I don't know what you're on. Come on. What you got? Dunno. Opponent being very deliberate with their... Oh, mountains again? Alright. So we can run out Watery Grave and then run out Castle Vantress afterwards, untapped. So let's play this. And opponent has Gateway... Whoa, it's Maze's End. I think. Yeah, it's Maze's End. Alright. So what we need to do is try and find our Fae of Wishes and find... it's the Honden's one too. Ew. I don't like that. Kinda want to get rid of this, but nah, I'm not dealing with that. No. Fetch lands in Historic. Man, I really hope, I'm pretty sure they're going to be in Zendikar, and I really hope they are, because, oh, dude, being able to fetch Triomes, oh, best. Gonna be able to play 5-color control. I'm just probably just gonna put together some kind of Bolus Super Friends list. Be able to take all the abilities of all the Planeswalkers. which is great sometimes, but I feel like most of the time Bolus's ability is just better. Like the +1 and make my opponent discard things is so good. Well, we need a third black source for Nikki B, so let's run that out. Tapped. Don't want to take any damage. Honden going off. I really like that they put Hondens in Historic. They were sort of a cool archetype that just wasn't good enough for Modern. I remember playing them in, I think it was Modern Masters or Ultimate Masters or something. Man, they were fun in that. Alright, so we are going to kill that Great Horn because it's greatly big, and if they mutate on top of it, they start going ham. Doesn't look like my opponent is on Maze's end, actually. I may have misspoke there. 2 Triomes, Sultai maybe? Or 5 color? Not sure. Here we definitely want to get Bolus down. Opponent's tapped out, and all they have on the field is a Honden. So we start doing this as quick as possible, start generating as much advantage for us, and making them lose a card every turn. Yep, there goes the mountain. Honden gaining them 2 life, not a huge issue, because once this guy goes off, they just lose anyway. Or looks like they might have an answer, or they're just reading the card. No, they're reading the card. Alright. Woo! About mutate, better to remove early or remove a big stack. It depends on how scared you are of the ability going off. Because mutate doesn't go off when you target and cast it, you can sort of just go however you want with it because, you know, you have the time. Some of the effects are. Some are, some aren't. Like, the ones that ramp in decks like this, usually they're ramping to something pretty scary, so it's good to try and get rid of them early. And if you can answer the creature that enters the field afterwards, I find it's usually better too, because you can just deal with that. Like Starix, I'm definitely not letting that go off, because I am not about letting my opponent get free stuff. I'm going to pass the turn and just leave Murderous Rider up and then kill this. I like that they balance mutate a little bit so that when you kill something and it's targeted, the thing resolves anyway, but you just don't get the mutate trigger. Yeah, unsurprisingly, going after Bolus, so we're going to moiter that. But yeah, it really depends on the creature. Some of the like smaller ones usually aren't too much of a worry, like I think it's Glowstone Recluse that puts the 2/1/1 counters. That's usually fine if you have a bunch of removal because it's like, it doesn't matter how big the creature is, it dies anyway. But yeah, I find the ramp effects are usually pretty good against this deck because once they get to huge mana, you can't really do much to stop them doing anything, especially if they're playing a bunch of counter spells and draw spells and all that stuff, because then they just generate too much advantage on you. Yep, Honden goes off, gain all the life you want, my friend. Oh, actually, legendary creature or planeswalker. Alright, Farfinder, no worries. That said, however, in Limited, I find it's usually best to kill the creature because, man, I can't get enough of playing Mutate in Limited. There's I think it's called Chittering Harvester, the ones that makes your opponent sack a thing. That card is amazing. But yeah, the effects are really good in Limited. Alright, so going up, opponent nixing their planes, no worries. I think I'm gonna kill Farfinder with this. No worries, man. Because I want a blocker, just in case they have something with haste. It doesn't look like they do, though. It looks like this is some kind of, like, ramp mutate deck to try and get an Akroma's Memorial down and then just smash with whatever. So we'll play a Drowned Catacomb before the end of my turn, and opponent will scoop. Awesome! Yeah, Nikki B is so good. Just so good. I had an opponent in one game where they played Thrun, I think Thrun Gateway, and they cheated out Garuk, the black-green one, the Huntsman. and I was like, oh dear. And then drew Bolus next turn, so they made 2 wolves, and then I played Bolus and then made 2 wolves, and then ended up getting Liliana as well, so that anytime the wolves died, I would draw a card off each of them. That was pretty fun. But yeah, with some planeswalkers, obviously not with like Teferis and stuff like that because they can bounce your stuff. But with some planeswalkers, you can sort of just leave them around and use their abilities at will until you need to get rid of them. That's pretty fun. Alright, opponent going first. I like having a lot of lands. Blood Crypt, Drown Catacomb. This comes into play tap though. We do have a lot of removal. If opponent's not on creatures though, this hand sucks. What's my opponent's sleeves? Maybe we can get a hint. Ooh, they might be on Mono Black Devotion. I find that a lot of people on Arena do dress their decks up with sleeves and stuff like that that match the deck. So I like playing little... Okay, Soul Sisters, maybe. If it's Soul Sisters, I'm still very happy with this hand. Start with a Blood Crypt. Soul Sisters is a really good matchup for this deck. Okay, they're black. Oh, it's vampires. Alright, yeah, also a decent matchup. So, let's play around Catacomb. And I think I'm going to Legion's End the Lieutenant in hopes that they have more in their hand. And also just to get a look at what's in their hand. Alright, so they've got Sorin, Knight of the Even Legion, Swamp, and an Unknown. Alright. We can beat this hand pretty easy. Yep. Play Sorin. This puts it from the hand, right? Yeah, cool. 1/1 counter on that and lifelink. Means we can't kill it with Heartless Act anymore, but we can still bounce it away with Brazen Borrower. I'll play a Drowned Catacomb here. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're in a pretty good position here. Once we draw an answer, Sorin that is. Knight of the Even Legion, no worries, we can kill that whenever. As long as we don't let them flip this Legion's Landing, that can be a real pain. Yep, resolve. And then they'll come in with it. Yep. And let's get rid of that. Obviously because it's a token, it gets rid of it permanently. And then Brazen Borrow is going to let us put some pressure on Sorin as well. Oh, maybe not. Oh wait, this thing only has flying if you have Ascend. Kind of gaining a lot of life. Do we need 4 mana here? 1 and 1. Yeah, I kind of want to Extinction Event to get rid of both of them and hope they don't draw another creature, just so that I have time to start doing things after that. Otherwise I could Heartless Act both of them, but that's 2 cards. I'd rather just spend the 1 now. I'm going to go for Odd. I love this card. Extinction Event. I didn't see it in the spoiler because I was still sort of on hiatus then, and then saw it in the lists, the like Grixis control lists, and was just like, oh, yes! Yeah, that dies to Heartless Act too. Although, it also dies to Enter the God Eternals. It's usually pretty okay to mill vampires. They don't really have a whole lot that comes back from the bin, or much that interacts with the bin. So that's fine. Sorin can put a vampire from your hand onto the battlefield. Cool. Alright. Doing well. Yeah, all the like heavy creature decks like vampires and, as I said before, Soul Sisters are really, really good matchups for this deck. You sort of can just answer whatever they play and then like win at your own leisure. There's not a whole lot of cards there that are a huge problem. Sorin can be, if you can't answer it. Oh, I got a Boot Nipper skin. I like playing Boot Nipper in Limited. Cool. Claim those. Alright, let's keep going. 3 wins so far. 3-1, yeah. Combo decks focus on finding and casting spells that work together to produce powerful effects, often winning the game outright. Yeah, they do. There's a really cool combo deck. I don't know if I'd call it a combo deck in historic, but they generate like it's like a bant shell or a green blue shell, and they generate heaps and heaps and heaps of mana, and then just keep like playing Fae of Wishes and wishing for things, and then bouncing the Fae of Wishes because they draw so many cards and just like pull a combo out of their wish board. It's so cool. So I'm gonna lead with the Watery Grave here, um, so I can play the Sulphur Falls untap next turn, and then oh, this might be Soul Sisters. It is Soul Sisters. Excellent. Alright, so I'm going to play this. I'm not too fussed about getting hit by this. I might just Thought Erasure them and make sure there's nothing to be worried about. Yeah, like that. Um, don't care about this. Two Resplendent Angels. Okay. Linden's pretty easy to kill, but these can be a pain, so I'll get rid of one of those. Um, Yeah, actually, we have Nikki B. It's a second black source. Sounds good. Man, learn to be terrified of this card in modern. But, they drew Daxos? Bummer. Alright, well, play that. And I think I will probably Thought Erasure here to take the Angel so that they can't play it next turn. Actually, I can remove it. Yeah, I think I'll leave removal up so I don't take damage don't take as much damage this turn. And I'll use the Murderous Rider because this is less expensive. And this deck doesn't play a whole lot of Planeswalkers. It plays, I think some of the lists play Ajani, and he's actually a great one to use Bolus, for Bolus to use his abilities. Because usually they have been the aggro deck for a bit, and they'll come at you with a lot of damage and stuff like that, and then if you have Bolus on the field, their Ajani can't interact with Bolus, but you can just keep using Ajani's +1 to gain life. Yeah, Surveil's great, man. It's sort of like half Scry, and it's just so useful in this. So they played Linden, so I can play this Blood Crypt untapped, Thought Erasure them, hope this other thing isn't too bad. It's a Plains, that's fine. Take the Resplendent Angel. We'll leave a Heartless Act on top because we have our 5 for Bolus, and then this is when they attack, right? Yeah, cool. Alright, so we'll go to next turn and answer Linden before combat so they don't get any life off it. Yep, that's fine. This card's really good too, actually, Birth of Melitis. The block is decent, and then I think it's, yeah, blocker and then gain 2 life. Resolves, get planes, no worries. Before combat, let's kill the queen. Not so steadfast now, are you? Take 1, opponent gains 1. Alright, so what I was talking about before, this is the kind of situation where you want to play Bolus instead of answering their threat, because with that only able to deal 1 damage each turn, they can only keep Bolus off what you're plussing him to, and you getting an extra card and them losing a card every turn is much better than just getting the threat off the field. Got a wall, not too worried about that. Opponent checking to see if Swallow Hole can answer my Bolus. It cannot. I used to play the creature Bolus in this deck, just like to be able to flip it and then copy its abilities with this guy, but it ended up being way too win more. And also, all the decks that run removal usually suck against you because their removal doesn't do much against Planeswalkers, and it gives them something to target, so that was a bit of a pain. I can Legion's End or I can Heartless Act here. Legion's End being sorcery, but The fact that I have two Heartless Acts, I think I'll Heartless Act next turn and then save the Legion's End for if I need to A, exile something, or B, see if they have anything in their hand that I should be worried about. But either way, I assume Attendant comes a bolus now. Yep. Maybe I should Murderous Rider it. No, I want to be able to keep up Planeswalker removal. So I will kill this. I suspect opponent scoops at some point soon. This makes humans, doesn't it? Yeah. Before my turn? No. Alright. Watery Grave, play that tapped. Plus Bolus. Ravager Flip is so slow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, that's gone.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
One of the reasons I love playing Bolus is that he makes the best quotes. He just sits there and like shit talks your opponent the whole time. I'm pretty sure they can't hear it, but oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, Ravager. I mean, it wasn't too bad because this deck's pretty good at just like holding the ground until you get to a heap of mana, but it's just so win more. Like, by the time you flip it, you're already doing pretty well. And yeah, I have a really bad habit of putting things in decks just because I like the thing, but yeah, gotta try and stop doing that. Sarah's Ascendant, that's fine. I'm gonna kill this Linden because I don't want my opponent getting to that magic 30 life for this guy. Steam Vents. Alright, so I'll Legion's End now because we're getting close to the end of the game. Probably should have plus Bolus first, but that's fine. We've still got a Murderous Rider and there's a Tyrant Scorn. Opponent nixes the card in their hand. Get in with Rider. Alright. Let's play this. And end the turn. Yeah. I really want a deck where like Ravager is a legit good card to play in the deck, but I haven't found one yet. I played a bit of Mono Black Devotion, and oh my god, Phyrexian Obliterator is so much fun. Alright, opponent has a 1/1 human, that's fine. We can just block that for days. Yep, there we go. Opponent has scoops. You'll find if you play this deck as well, you don't actually get to Ultimate Bolus a lot because opponent just does that and takes away all the fun. But I guess it saves time, so. Alright, so. Oh man. My partner's watching the start of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I want to watch what I'm up to and further with her. And I can hear the theme song in the background. It's getting me so pumped. I love that anime. 3 uncommons. Where do we get to a rare? There. Alright, cool. So next win we get to 1 rare and 2 uncommons that are not in standard. Which again, fine by me. I don't like standard. That said, I have played a bit of Teemo Reclamation. That deck is pretty fun. Like, I really like Draft My Wiener. What? Mate, I'm not even drafting. This isn't even a draft video. Yeah, so I played a bit of Teemo Reclamation, and oh my god, Sharknado, what a card! What a card! Oh, it's thematic, it's funny, it's really good at winning games, and it's excellent with Expansion Explosion. Alright, so this hand is sort of the opposite of a good against creatures hand. This is our good against more control decks hand. We do go first though, and I like going first with hand disruption because obviously you get to do it when your opponent's on 1 mana. So I'll keep it and see how it goes. We also have Fatal Wishes if we need to like find an old shit button. My title says Arena Cube Draft. Well, I probably should have changed that, but I forgot to. Riel Brawl and won the first game with so many sharks. Man, it's so good. My only thing with it is I never know when to cycle it. Oh, Soul Sisters! Yeah, so I was saying we were good against Soul Sisters and then kept a hand that's bad against Soul Sisters. So, yeah. I'm gonna play this because I wanna make sure that I draw a land next turn. I kinda hate Heliod, but they can't cast that until next turn, and Pridemate is a problem because we can't kill it with Heartless Act. So I'm gonna get rid of the Pridemate. Hope this is, yep, a land. Yep, all good. Never cycle the NATO, but you need to sometimes in Team of Reclamation. I haven't figured out when yet. I've only ever played it in Singleton. Oh, dude, you've got to play it in like 60 card formats. When you have two Sharknadoes on the field, you have like the first one on the field, and then you cast the second one, and it gets you a 6/6 shark, and then everything else gets you two sharks. I finished a game with 4 of them the other day, and oh, that was just a religious experience. But yeah, Expansion Explosion's dope, man. Like, you getting rid of Heliod here because he's a jerk. He killed Elspeth when she like did what he told her to do, so that's, you know, pretty mean. Oh man. Alright. Hmm. 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I can't wish this turn. I'm gonna have to Brazen Borrower Linden, I think. Nope, Sarah Ascendant. Yeah, and hope we draw like Cry of the Carnarium or Extinction Event. Because odd, 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 odd. That's what we love to see. Yeah, yeah. Giant mushroom head. For the longest time, whenever I saw this card, I didn't realize that it was like the cake billowing out, and I thought it was just this weird person with a giant mushroom on their head. And I just always wondered why that was the case, and yeah, obviously now I know that it's just someone with a cake. Which is kind of disappointing, honestly. Alright. Yep. That's probably not what we wanted to see, because that's exactly 6 damage. So, we drop in a Brazen Borrower to block the Sarah Ascendant, and we bounce Linden before combat. Yeah. Alright, we really need to draw Extinction Event. In our 49 cards, there are 2. I can also wish for one, but I don't think I'm going to get the time against this. Oh no. Lurus of the Dream Den. Alright, so opponent can play Johnny's Pridemate now. Yeah, that's fine. This is odd as well. Okay, look, if we draw Extinction Event, and then we'd have to play Fae of Wishes for its 2 mana cost to block this, we should be good. Alright. Yeah. Big. That's a really big Pridemate. We have to bounce Linden now. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna bounce Linden so opponent doesn't gain 1,000,000 life when they attack. And then pass. Opponent attacks, we flash in Brazen Borrower. Go to blocks. And block here. And take 3. Extinction Event. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, we did. Alright. Well, I promise it's usually a good matchup, just not when you keep a hand that's good against control. 2 losses now, gotta be careful. But yeah, like I said, if this event finishes, and I'm probably like under... Oh, I'm at 45 minutes so far. I might play another one. Alright, control decks, that's us. Looks to answer early threats and survive until the endgame when they take over with powerful spells and card advantage. And giant dragon gods. Weird black and blue halos. Don't throw. I'm trying not, I just did pretty bad, but I'll try not to this time. Yeah, that was a bit disappointing, but yeah, usually a good matchup. Oh man, I hate Teferi decks. Like, just throwing it out there. The fact that like 3 mana Teferi comes down and then just goes, you can't do anything your deck's supposed to do. I'm just like, well, but that's so mean. I'm gonna mulligan this because we don't even have proper removal early, and all these things cost too much mana. So mulligan, and now we have all the removal, 2 lands and a Liliana. Yeah, I'll keep this. Question is, do I want to keep this? I don't think I do. I'll put that on the bottom. We'll lead with a Watery Grave tapped, just in case we draw like an island or anything next turn, so we can play it instead of Steam Vents. Or that. Opponent playing a Plains. Could be anything. Let's Thought Erasure. Alright, it's not so bad. Because we can Agonizing Remorse and get rid of their other Teferi, and then we know they can only have maximum 2 more in their decks. Gonna get rid of this because I already have a red source and another red source here, and it's honestly the worst basic in this deck. Alright, so opponent can Omen of the Sea this turn, which is probably what they're gonna do. I'm going to take that Teferi away. Watch them like Omen, scry 2, put a Teferi on top, draw another card, and then draw the Teferi next turn and cast it against me anyway. They always do it. Alright, so we'll get rid of Teferi. Yeah, big Teferi is. So most of these decks run little Teferi, and it sort of screws you real bad at the start, and then they'll just resolve big Teferi, and then just keep untapping so they can absorb everything. Good to note, though, that Shatter the Sky and Settle the Wreckage do next to nothing. Yep, there it is. There it is. Damn it. Alright. Yeah, so Settle the Wreckage and Shatter the Sky don't do anything against this, so that's decent. Hey, Castle Ventress. That's my castle. Alright. Opponent going to plus for Historic. I mean, plus for Flash. Huh? Oh yeah, that's good too. Fae of Wishes. So. We can wish for the Elder spell, but opponent will probably just absorb either of those spells. So I'm just going to pass the turn. Yeah. Yep, Omen again. Okay. Whoops. Oh no, they could have counted the wish. Yeah. Alright, so what we need to do against decks like this is wait for an opportunity where they can't absorb, wish, and then wish for Thought Distortion to completely strip out their hand. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do that. But if they're just going off the plan of bouncing Omen and casting it each turn, then we probably won't. These matchups are tricky for this deck because control decks that play counterspells tend to be much better at these matchups than we are. And it's really hard to resolve like your big threats against them. And with Teferi, you can't do anything at instant speed, so you end up just not being able to do anything there. I'm going to get a Swamp off this, because we need a third black source. And Thought Erasure. They'll probably absorb it. I might actually wait till next turn, try and bait and absorb with this, and then wish. If I can draw another land. So I'll keep it in hand for now. Because it doesn't do a whole lot now. I can take one absorb, but they still have another one. Yeah. I think that's the better play. Because if we get Thought Distortion, they can't counter it, and then, yeah, we can sort of go from a more even playing field from there.
Let's try this.
Alright, opponent on the flash plan. I love seeing Shatter the Sky and Settle the Wreckage in my opponent's hand. That, however, might be worth baiting out an Absorb with. So let's do that. Because it doesn't do a whole lot else. And it's not what I'm going to try and resolve to win the game, so if they want to counter it, they can. Yeah, there we go. Game 3 life, we don't care about life totals, so that's fine. Oh, opponent getting to very big mana though, so that's a bit of a worry. There are no lands that we can draw at this point that come into play tapped, so any land we draw will be okay. Oh dear. Oh, that's fine. That's fine at this point. So opponent's got 3 mana open, so they can only absorb once. So we can Thought Erasure. Yeah, there he is. There's Big Teferi. Once he lands, we're in trouble. Ah, that sucks. Alright. We're just gonna go for double Thought Erasure. What do we got? Absorb? Or do you only have 1 counterspell? Generally, if opponent, yeah, only has 1 counterspell in their hand, they'll leave it so that you, because you're only taking an absorb anyway. So we'll take the absorb and leave that on top, and then take the Teferi so they can't resolve that next turn. Because as I said, once he comes down, they can start untapping more lands at the end of their turn, and that's a problem. So there goes him. Yep, same card, stays on top. Alright, so next turn we Fae of Wishes. If that resolves, and we can hit him with a Thought Distortion, we should be better than we are now. Scry 1 top, 1 bottom. This is going to be a Teferi. Nope. Island. Flash.
I've got time.
Keep an open mind.
Could be an argument. Yeah, that was a Teferi. Alright. I was going to say there could be an argument for wishing for the Elder Spell and just killing all these 3. Because this, and this don't do anything. Omen's good. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I do wish for the Elder Spell here, actually. Don't know if these are counter spells though. And these generate what? They can't bounce with this, can bounce with this and draw an extra card. Thing is, if we get Thought Distortion, they recover from it so easily with all of these Planeswalkers out. So I think what I'll try and do is get the Elder Spell and kill all these 3. Opponent thinking, hopefully they don't have a counterspell, but the fact they're thinking this long makes me think that they do. Or they're thinking about maybe playing Omen of the Sea now. Thassa's Intervention. Can't pay for. Yeah, they did. Alright. That's probably game over for us, but I'll keep going and see if we can come up with an answer.
Don't worry, I got this.
Alright.
Hold that thought.
Opponent has all the draw power in the world, but again, 2 to 3 of the cards in their hand don't do anything, so that was a Surf, so they have 1 unknown. So we gotta hope that's not a counterspell and hope this is something good. Wasn't something good, but yeah. This can flip next turn, yeah. Alright, we're probably in a bit of trouble here. Omen, yeah. Scry 2, draw, bottom, bottom. Come on, bottom, bottom. Ah. Alright. Brazen Burrower. Cool. Opponent putting some pressure on. That's something we can kill. Also, in this deck, if you have Tyrant Scorn,
Skip to the
you can actually pick up your Fae of Wishes without using its ability.
I've got it.
Also, you can pick up your Brazen Borrower and then reuse Brazen Borrower and Murderous Rider so that you can reuse their adventure spells, which is quite good. We'll destroy this, maybe. Yeah, didn't think they'd worry a whole lot about that. Hey, there was a Thassa's Intervention. Oh, right, they cast it against me. Oh, putting on pressure with the castle. Okay, so this looks like it's a really slow control deck that wins with this and Brazen Borrower. In which
No time for a break.
case, we might still be in with a chance. Except 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unknowns.
No,
I assume there's
I
a
am not
counterspell in
making
there
this up as I
somewhere.
go.
What do we got? 1, yep. They can make another one next turn. They can scry off these. Can has counter. Another Teferi. Yeah, okay. So if we do get a chance to wish, we're definitely wishing for Thought Distortion. They're gonna discard Shadow of the Sky. Alright. This is pretty sad. As counter, draw an extra card, draw an extra card, draw an extra card. Maybe they'll deck. Let's find out. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, he's at 8. Yeah, no, we're dead. Alright. That was one event. I think I'll probably run another one and see how we go in that one. Hopefully go a little bit better against Soul Sisters this time. Oh, I have biscuits. Forgot about that. These are the best biscuits. There you go. Didn't need to risk it. I got the biscuit anyway. Whoa! Heaps of prizes. Okay. 3 uncommons and some gold. Oh, didn't have any of these apparently. This is good. I like this. Not so much the other ones. Alright, so I'll run it through one more Historic event. There's my Team of Reclamation deck for Standard. Mono Black for Historic. More packs. You want to see some pack openings, Jordan? We'll do some gacha gaming. What do we get? Whoa. And... Whoa! Actually, damn. Mythic Rare Wildcard. Not bad. And Death's Oasis. That one's not so great. Alright. Back to actual content. Cheers, man. You've always been my good luck charm. Yes. I love it how they give you the warning there. Where it's like, warning. Which if you submit this deck, you won't be able to change it and everything. It's like, I know. I know. Imagine that. Imagine an event where you... I'd love to play an event where you had to, like, submit... You'd have to, like, submit, 6 decks, and then you'd just play a different deck each time, like each round. That'd be dope. Well, we don't have a blue source, so no. This is better. And perfect candidate to put back. Yeah, sorry, babe. The bot's automatic. Blood Crypt tapped. Oh, it's Yorion. Probably should have checked that first. Alright. That said, our land draws have been pretty good. So, if your opponent's got Yorion up here, it generally means they are not on any type of creature plan. So, that's a pretty good indicator. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say. So, with companions being a thing, you actually can get a pretty good idea of what your opponent's on just by looking at what their companion is. So, like, Yorion is generally some kind of control deck where they bounce like enchantments and planeswalkers for value. And if you're playing like Lurus, you know they're probably on cycling and stuff like that. But that said, I did come up against a like I think this is gonna get counterspelled, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, when you come up against like I did come up against the Lurus deck once. Yeah, there it is. Oh. Yeah, I'll just put it on top. Thanks. It did come up against a Lurus deck where I was like, oh, okay, so it's probably like cycling or like some small creature deck and stuff like that. And it wasn't. It was like a control deck. And because they didn't play Teferi and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. All of their like Omen of the Sea and stuff like that all cost 2 or less. And so they got me so hard. I was like, right, I'll just keep a bunch of creature removal then, this will be great. And then, yeah, they kind of just ruffle stomped me because that was not what they were on at all. What do I wish for against this? Oh, I know what I wish for. Alright, let's see if this resolves. Wow. Alright. Opponent's got a lot of counterspells. Hopefully that's cleared the way for our Liliana though. Scry 2. 2 top. That's definitely not what we want to see. Alright. Omen of the Sea. Yeah. Alright. This is looking pretty bad. So, as far as I can figure, this looks like our worst matchup. Any of the, like, draw a million cards, Omen of the Sea, Teferi decks seem to be, like, the worst possible matchup for us. However, if this resolves, which it does,
I am the master
we
here.
can start fighting back.
Good health
Because-
is easy to find in war.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that card. Yeah. So yeah, the Orion matchup is probably the worst matchup for this deck. Even worse than the aggro decks, actually. The aggro decks aren't too bad because you do have a lot of ways to gain life. Yeah, alright. Get out of here.
Only time will tell.
Don't want to see no Teferi. Good thing we exiled him, because this gets him back. Yeah. So, I've seen this in a few decks as well. This can be a problem, but generally you run so much removal that they have to just keep discarding cards to it, and having to do that means that they're pretty much empty-handed by the time they can actually do anything with it. Just don't let it attack. If you're going to try and use removal against it, make sure you do it before combat. Alright, opponent in for 2. Heals. Then I'm going to try and Heartless Act this Dream Trawler so that they have to discard a card. And I assume it will be Shadow the Sky. Worth noting that opponent can't counterspell next turn as well. Do I want to do this? Yeah. I don't really have anything better to do. Alright. let's target this, and you can mill, and hopefully we mill like 4 Teferis. Oh, Dovin's Veto, an Absorb, and an Acid. Alright, alright. Dream Trawler getting its thing on, turn target.
I know
Yep.
88 ways to defeat you. Pick one.
Yep.
Just the trick for this.
So we can't draw extra cards per turn. Oh no. The Sharknado! I feel betrayed. Yeah, alright. This is over. So yeah, if you do end up trying this deck out and stuff like that, try and, it's, the Yorion decks are the ones you really have to look out for. Yeah, exactly. But, I tried playing a Yorion deck when I first came back because it looked like the sort of control deck that I'd like to play. And then I was putting it together and I hadn't read Yorion properly. And then got to the point where I was like, wait, why can't I set it as a companion? And then was like, oh, it has to be an 80 card deck. And I just really don't like that. Like, I mean, obviously it works, but I was having so much trouble drawing the spells that I wanted to draw. Hexa-Sam. Hey, my name's Sam. I'm fighting myself from the future. Alright, this hand has Disruption and Removal, and a bunch of lands. One of them comes in play untapped on turn 2. That's all good. Alright. Opponent going first. Me from the future going first. Ooh. Is it the mirror match? It might be. Ooh! I think it is! Yeah, took Thought Erasure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the mirror match. Oh, Ritual of Sword. I don't play Ritual of Sword. But still. Well, that means this and this aren't very good. Oof. Eldest Reborn. Yep. No worries. Well, if it is the mirror match, at least we don't have to worry about counter spells. Gonna play this tapped, and this will probably just be a race to who can land Bolus first. Ah, is Bolus the Ravager? We gonna kill that. Opponent's gonna make me discard. I'm gonna discard Tyrant Scorn because it's not very good. I do need to keep that Braska's Contempt up, so I will leave this. If you lose, shave your beard. Not gonna happen, man. This thing took so long to grow. Ah, they got us. Rude. This guy's playing way more discard than me. If this is me from the future, I obviously got sick of being beaten by old counterspell decks. Oh god. Alright. Play this tapped. Opponent's gonna try and land a Bolus now, I assume. Nope. Are they not playing? I assume they're not playing Bolus because they know we've got Braska's Contempt. And we'll just draw Watery Graves for days. Foulmire Knight. That's an interesting one. Draw a card, lose 1 life. Death Touch. Ooh! Opponent main decking Chandra. No, no, no. You can die.
I'm sorry.
We take 1. Oh no. We really need to draw some kind of gas. They can play, what's this? A 1 moment death punch. Oh no! Oh dear. Okay. So here, maybe I should main deck a Chandra. It's pretty good against the control decks. I'm gonna sack this because I want to thin and try and find an answer to Chandra. So we're gonna have black sources. Yeah, I'll find a blue. Ow! Ow! Hey! Alright. Yeah, I can't afford to take 3 damage per turn.
Don't know what's next for me.
Consequence.
Alright, now if they play their bolus, he kills ours. Ooh, is that it? Please be it. I'll bounce it back to draw a card and lose 1 life. Okay, so they don't have a bolus, they're looking for one. Okay. Okay. Taking 2 damage a turn, but we might be able to pull this off. Go on, play it again. And then I'll draw God Eternals. And then I can gain some life! Yeah, well, I mean, I can wish for my own Chandra. If I draw that. But we're gonna do this. Ah, that's not what I wanted to see. I am gonna Legion's End this though, because I don't want them to be able to keep doing that. And I'll be able to see what's in their hand. What you got? Ah, I see. Okay, note to self, don't play any creatures. Because then they have a target for this. Alright, so we take 2 damage per turn, and we need 6-7 turns to win. So that's 14. So if we can not take... Yeah, so if we can Murderous Rider and not take any other damage, we can still win. Obviously, we want to try and resolve some life gain as well. Yep. Yep. Tyrant Scorn. So they can target, but if I remove the target, they still get to get their dude. So let's do this. Ooh. Hey, they got rid of it. All right, awesome. Hell yeah. All right, all right, all right. We might actually get this one done. I mean, I can see your hand. Trying to like bluff a counterspell. Okay, so we can put pressure on with Kefnet and also double up on any spells we draw. Opponent deciding whether or not they want to bounce it. No, just play their borrower. Alright, let's resolve that. And then kill it with this. Opponent got 9 cards in hand, so they can flip as counter regardless. So, if they play a bolus, they can kill our bolus and put their bolus to 1. But then we can kill it with Kefnet or Murderous Rider. Ooh, they're wishing. Okay. What are we wishing for? Because Thought Distortion isn't good now. Assume it's like the Elder Spell, something that kills a Planeswalker. Or not? What do they get? Elder Spell, yeah, okay. Fair, fair. But we still have Kefnet. Yep, all good. Can't bounce it for 2 turns, so we have time. We may have to remove it just to be able to start getting in for damage though. But I'll wait and see what we draw. Brazen Borrower. I definitely don't want to bounce it. And I do want to kill it before they can return it to their hands, so let's do that. So we're going to Swift End that. I'm actually going to play the Murderous Rider as well. Even if they do have Enter the God Eternals now. I don't really mind if they target this because Kefnet just flies over their little tokens anyway. They're 4/4. And Murderous Rider can start gaining us some life. And each turn Murderous Rider hits, takes away 1 turn of these hitting me. Thought Erasure. Nah. No Thought Erasure for you. Alright, so the game plan now is to just... is to just hit him as hard as possible. For as long as possible. and hope they can't do their... Oh, that's good. That's really good. Not as good as this, but still good. Alright, so we'll play this, go to combat, get in with everybody. This one's close. Opponent at 4 life. Even if they play Bolus this turn, they can't get rid of enough power on board. Yeah, they can't get rid of enough power on board. If they, I think they're better off plussing here than killing one of my things, especially not that thing. Yeah. All right. See ya. Whew, that was fun. Man, it was me from the future. That was cool. Oh, I got a reward. Gauntlets of Light. Fair enough. I really thought we were going to lose that one at the start. Jeez. Alright, what do we got now? Imprimatur. Imprimatur? Imprimatur. I don't know. Well, I think I'll keep this based on the fact that if it's creature deck, we have a bunch of removal, and if it's not, we can wish on turn 4 for something that will mess up their day. And we go first. So, let's run out this Steam Vents taps. 1 through the Burn Emblems. Yeah, baby. Man, it's so good when you like have Bolus on the board, you wish for a Chandra, and then you just like Bolus is putting emblems on them and Chandra is too. Hey, not bad. Alright, opponent leading a Fabled Passage, so we have no idea what they're doing. Smart. Smart. Popping it now? Yeah. Alright. What do we got? Please be like a mountain or a plains. Or a swamp. Oh man, if this is Mono Black Devotion, this hand's very good. It looks like it's Mono Black Devotion. Yarrick's Fenlecker? Come on. Or Timuret? Maya Tribe. Top 2 cards of your library in your bin, gain 2 life. This might be Solar Flare. Yeah, I think it's Solar Flare. In that case, we want to use this to kill that. Because we need this to kill Phyrexian Obliterator. That would have been better to kill it. Oh well. I think I am going to wish on turn 4. Or next turn. Say that, and then I don't trouble the land. Okay, well. We still have answers to anything. Moment of the Sun. Maybe it's not Solar Flare. Maybe it's like black-white tokens. Okay. I've never played against this before. Alright, well, let's get rid of one of those. Because we're definitely not bouncing this. And priest. Oh yeah, it's the sack tokeny thing on our deck. Alright, so we can extinction event for even here and get rid of both of them, or I can Legion's End this, see what's in their hand. And I think that's what I want to do. I know I said I'd wish, but I don't really know what I want to wish for against tokens. So let's go with Legion's End. See what's going on so we can have a better idea of what we need to fight. Alright, so yeah, it's the Reanimator thing. Maybe it's called Aristocrats. It is kind of an aristocratic deck. Kind of really want to get this out of their hand at some point, because once that resolves, they can just sort of keep playing things off the top of their deck and just pay life for them. And when they can sack 10 things and mess up my day, that's bad too. 2/0/1 Clerics. 6/6 Black Demon. Yeah, sacrifice another creature if you can't. Ooh. So if we can kill all their creatures, Alright, I'm gonna hold off on this extinction event until I've made the second lot of clerics, so I can try and make that demon hit them for 6 each turn. Because they have to do an upkeep. So I have to kill Nightmare Shepherd. Hopefully they play that next turn. Then I cast Extinction Event for even. Alright, so I'm not going to answer this now because it's just one. We're going to kill it later anyway. Alright, I am going to play Bolus here. Plus. Yeah, I think we're in really good shape to win this one.
Throughout the multiverse.
If they draw a land, they're going to cast Elspeth Conquers Death to get rid of Bolus. But otherwise... yeah, alright.
I have other schemes to attend.
Alright. So, this is at the beginning of your upkeep, but this happens during your upkeep, so the demon's not going to do it the first time. So maybe it's better to just wait for the demon to resolve and then Extinction Event to get rid of all of them. Because they can... Yeah, maybe we just wish this turn then. Yeah, alright. So I think we just wish and find something that's going to mess up their day real bad. Which I actually think will be this. So Ashiok's going to be able to exile their bin, and this and this tell me that they do interact with their graveyard a bit. Yeah, baby, that's what we want. Yeah, get it all out there. Get it all out there so I can get rid of it all at once. I kind of wish I could get their Nightmare Shepherd too. Actually, we can. If we play... Oh no, things cost more because of stupid Elspeth's stupid thing. What's in here? What can they get back? Maya Shrine. Not my Nicobolus. Alright, so... yeah. The Extinction Event here for even, because 0 is even. Quest from the... yeah. I just love all the things he says, man. He's so arrogant. Alright, so opponent sacking a bunch of things to this. To hurt us with this. On top, 0 bottom. Alright, so they're just going to leave that card on top. Yep, come on. Yeah. Kind of forgot that they could do this, but it still seems alright. I mean, they're not going to get to scry through a whole lot of cards because they're just leaving one on top. Kind of wish there was a way I could have kept this alive. Maybe I should have found Cry of the Carnarium. And then... oh. Opponent's leaving it there? Alright. Why? This doesn't cost anything, does it? No. Alright. Not quite sure why opponent left it there. Oh, what was that? Yorion! Okay. Yeah, this card's trouble. Yep. Now they are thinking about casting this, I assume. With their life total. Really hope it's not an Ulmog. Down to 6. Alright. We're in a bit of trouble now. He tapped out. What's happening? Oh, right. They can still keep casting things. Maybe it's a land. What's Oh, their pet's cool. I'm kind of upset that I missed out on like all the cool pets from the old mastery passes. The owls, man, I really like the owls. What? Oh, to get it out of the way. Okay. Scry one to the bottom. Didn't find what they needed. Alright. So we can play Fae of Wishes, bounce Fae of Wishes, and if I play this untapped, we can wish for something? But if they get another Oath of Kaya, we're probably dead. Opponent did scry to the top. Maybe we just play Ashiok. Yeah. Let's get Ashiok out there.
Welcome to my
You can lose all of your things.
Your
Oath
fine.
of Kaya, Doom Whisperer. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played against this deck before, but we will endeavour to Ashiok them as many times as possible. We know that that's Nightmare Shepherd, and I don't really care about that. But I do want to kill that Woe Strider, and I can't do it with Nightmare Shepherd on the board. So let's get rid of this. Yeah, I want that. So we'll leave that on top, and we'll Heartless Act. No, we won't. We'll wait. Yeah, play this tapped. Now, I really hope that they use the Woe Strider to swing at Ashiok, because... Oh. Can't? So they've got artifact Windpond from outside the game, maybe? Oh, maybe they find like this from outside of the game. Okay. Alright. Opponent searching for... Maybe they find Sorcerer's Spyglass and then just name Ashiok. And then they don't have to swing it from this. I'm interested. This is interesting. I want to see what they're doing. Alright, Khan, what you finding? What metal toys do you have from outside of the game? A lot, apparently. Come on. What you got? Meteor Golem. So we're gonna play that and kill Ashiok, I guess? That's fine. Yeah, alright. Kill this in response. Probably should have killed this before they resolved the Meteor Golem. Just... Oh, 10 non-land permanents. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I don't think that's gonna end up happening. Alright.
I aspire.
So they can
more.
escape... No. 4 other cards? Yeah. I think I want to land this. They can find another thing with Khan next turn, but... I mean, if Meteor Golem was like the best thing they could find, I'm not super worried. I suspect Khan's there so that they can find this from outside of the game. Lurus. Yeah, that's a target for this. Alright, so Lurus played my Triton. Top 2 cards, gain 2 life. Another Maya Triton. Godless Shrine. Yeah. Not super. Oh. Why good game? Return target creature with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. The creature is vampire. What? Get back Nightmare Shepherd? I don't know what's happening.
Fear those born of darkness.
How have they won? Is it Khan? Is Khan gonna find something? Okay, X equals 3. Get back close, Strider. Resolve. Get a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not 10. And they can play the Maya Trident? Oh, yeah, I see. Flash in the Omen, and then do this to kill me. Yep. Alright, fair enough. Okay. So it was like black-white tokens. Yeah, I definitely should have found Cry of the Carnarium off Fey Bushes instead of that other thing that I found. Ashiok. Although, Ashiok's good against them too. Yeah, I've never played against that before. That was interesting. Alright. Let's get our last loss. Fack Lord. I go first. Yes. Yeah, this is probably a keep. Alright, let's go Blood Crypt first. Mantis tapped. Island. Oh, is it Merfolk? I like Merfolk. I like playing against Merfolk. We'll find out now if they've... Oh no, they can only flash things in it too. Oh, popped. One bottom. Alright. Opponent's probably on something. Oh, double blue. Oh, is this Nexus of Fate? Might be Nexus. Play this tap. And then hopefully get an idea of what opponents are. Mono blue so far. Might be Merfolk. Interplanar Beacon. Narset. Oh, it's the Super Friends thing.
Meditate and prepare.
Well, I mean, I don't like that, but it's not the worst. Another Narset. That's fine. We're gonna find a swamp off this. And wish now. And we gonna get good old. Where is it? Thought distortion. You should, Aaron. Face me in combat. Alright. We've got another 2 Narsets. Yeah, go on, do your thing. Anything you find, I can get rid of with your distortion. Sinister Sabotage. That won't work. Alright. One more land and we're there. We're not playing this because we know opponent's got a counterspell. Yeah. Dude, the Arena Cube is so much fun. It's so good. I think that's gonna be my next. Like, I just want to do cube all the time. But I thought I should get some historic stuff up there. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Blast zone. Yeah, yeah. All right. So we're really hoping to draw an untapped land next turn. I mean, any land, doesn't really matter. They're all going to come into play untapped. Alright. Opponent has no place. Land, 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 land. Opponent discarding 2 things. Yep. Alright. Let's get rid of that hand. Ooh, what's this? Exile target spell? What? When Ashiok's return... Oh, no. Alright. So we need to draw one of our Brazen Borrowers and bounce this at the end of their turn when they don't have enough mana to recast it. They have a counterspell up. What can we bait it out with? They have wishes, maybe. Hexasam from the past. Alright, so we'll play this. Oh, they didn't go for it. Alright, cool. Well, that's good. That means we can Tyrant Scorn it back to our hand at the end of their turn, and then wish again. Good night. Alright, search for Azcantha. That's fine. My turn. Oh, or we might not even have to. Alright, so I'm gonna kill that Narset. With no objections from my opponent. No, cool.
I shall miss your company.
Maybe if I run out Bolus, they'll counter it. Yeah, I think we just pass here. Azcantha, they can flip next turn. I'm gonna seize, I'm not too worried about. And what do we got? So they look like they're on mono blue, which means no Teferi, and I'm happy about that. Okay. Opponent making sure they tap the right mana for Narset. Yep. Resolve.
With focus and discipline, encounter
Resolve.
no hone your prowess.
So they're finding. Ooh, the magic mirror. Knowledge counter on the magic mirror. Yeah, alright. That's cool. That resolves. I might see if I can bait them with this to return this to my hand. Nope. Okay. Opponent is smart. There's a borrower. So we need to bait out that Sinister Sabotage and have 2 mana up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do it with Kefnet. So we try and wish, I think. Yeah. Try and wish Cathartic Reunion. Yeah. I mean, Seize is a pretty good card. At first I thought, oh, they have another Sinister Sabotage. Alright. Seize, at first I thought you had to sack it, and I was like, oh yeah. But the fact that you don't, that's pretty good. So, little point there. Opponent cast a Sinister Sabotage from their hand. When your opponent can see cards in your hand, so like these two have the little eyeball mark on it, make sure you cast the one that they can see, because, yeah, otherwise they still know you have that one. You don't get to get them. Okay. Opponent finding Tail's End. And playing the Magic Mirror for 4. So they can still resolve Ashiok's thingamajiggy. So what does this do? Alright, yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright. So we need to get enough mana that we can just, like, try and force things out through their counter spells. So I'm gonna try and do that now. He's gonna counter with Sinister Sabotage. Or Tail's End. Yep, no worries. Alright. Now's when opponent starts drawing a million cards, though. We have removal for the Octopus. And okay. Alright. We have 2 colorless. Man, this deck's pretty sweet. I assume it's just like all the counter spells and oh, it is extra turns. They get an extra turn after this. Yeah, alright. Go to your next turn. I suspect this might be Nexus of Fate. Like, there might be a Nexus in here somewhere that's gonna do it. I'll take this opportunity to get my Thought Distortion back up.
I train every day. No one is like I am just the trick for this.
Yeah. Let Nasa do her thing, no worries. Oh, 2 Sinister Sabotage and an Ashiok's Erasure. Yeah, look, we're never getting through this at this point.
Meditate and prepare.
An opponent doesn't seem like the kind of person who's going to get greedy. Like a Labyrinth as well. Can't attack them either. So we have Heartless Act. Let's try and wish for something. I'm very careful with the way they tap them on. Resolve. Opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4 counter spells that we can see in their hand. So, sorry guys, just gotta put in an Anime Lab password, but no. Yeah. Alright. It's looking pretty bad. Like, super duper bad. If they have another extra turn spell, I'm just gonna scoop because that's enough at that point. Wow, Magic Mirror is pretty good with Ominous Seas. I've never seen this in a deck, but it seems very good in this one. Then they have the Labyrinth for like the aggressive decks as well. It's pretty cool. This gains them a life every time they play a Planeswalker. This kills all the small things. I'd like to see this list. This seems fun. Alright. In for 8. I fully don't expect this to resolve, but I'll try and kill it. Maybe? You don't need to deal 8 damage. Look at all the counter spells you have. I can't do anything. Yeah, alright. Fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get through this one. I need... Man, even hand disruption doesn't do anything at this point, because they can just counter it. I need like 10 hand disruptions. Yeah, alright, this one's game. Well, that was a quick event. Yeah, never encountered that deck before. Not quite sure what I should do. I'm pretty sure you just like... Pretty sure Thought Distortion's like the only thing you can probably do to beat them in this deck, but then I was not expecting that Ashiok card. That was quite a bit of trouble. Alright, probably leave it there for tonight, people. Thank you for watching. I'll probably take a break tomorrow, but I will do something on Wednesday. Might be historic. I might do some more arena draft, some more cube draft. I did get styled on, man. So yeah, it'll probably be another cube draft because I don't know how long it's going to stick around for. It's really, really fun. Alright, love you guys. Thanks for watching.